Howdy doody doody, my Ranger Rudies. I do want to welcome you here to another magnificent edition of Doing Autodesk and Inventor Work with Dr. Pock. We are going to be working on creating this shape right here and then going ahead and doing a fully annotated and dimension multi-view. So don't think that you just have to do this shape. You have to hang on till the end so that you can watch all of the good shenanigans that go on. I am going to be working from this set of dimensions that we've got. We've got 2 boxes equal 1 inch, which means 1 box equals a ½ inch. I also have these dimensions on another screen that I'm going to be staring at, so I might be counting stuff off screen so that you think that I'm just not crazy or something like that. So let's start with overall dimensions. It's 1, 2, 3 inches that way, and 1, 2, 3, and 3½ inches that way. So File, New, Part, 2D Sketch, XY Plane, Rectangle, and it is 3.5, Tab key 3. That is going to give us our overall rectangle. Now, if I check this out, how thick it is 1, 2, 2½. So finish the sketch and extrude this out, 2.5, 2.5, enter, and that gives us our overall cube. I'm going to be doing subtractive manufacturing, which means starting out with a large piece and then removing stuff. You can also do additive, where you start from nothing and then add to it. So subtractive is the way that I'm going to go for it. The first thing that I'm going to do is this cutout up top. And if we look at the sizes, it's 1, 2, 2.5 by 1, 2. So 2 by 2.5. Start 2D sketch right here, and I'm going to flip this around so it makes a little bit more sense. Rectangle right here, draw it down, and it is 2.5 this way, tab 2, finish that right there, and extrude. Now obviously you'll notice that that is not correct. It is 0.5 down. So I'm going to change distance A to 0.5 and then flipped. So it cuts it out right there for me. Now I've got that pretty well going on. Now I'm going to do this next cutout, which is 1.5 by 1, 2. So let me get there. 2D sketch. Flip it around so it makes a little bit more sense to me. From there, let me double check the dimensions. Let's see, it is 1, 2 across, 1.5 up. So back to this. Oops. Two, tab, 1.5. Right there. Finish the sketch. Got to extrude this on out. Let's look at the distance. It is 1 inch. So right there, 1 inch. Oh, flipped. There we go. So we have that. All good. Now we need to put in a hole. So start 2D sketch, click on there. I'm going to put a point approximately where it goes. And it is a 1 inch hole right there, and it looks to be about 0.75 on center that way, and let's see, 1 inch on center that way. So dimension, that should be 1 inch, and this way 0.75. Finish sketch, hole. And right there, it's a 1 inch hole. You have to change it, go for it, change the dimension, make sure that it's through. Okay, now we've got to do some fancy work, because if I put this right here, if you look here, it says back. So if I were to do a multi-view drawing right now, well, let me show you how it looks. So if I save this file, save as, file, new, drawing, and if I do the base, I want you to do it to 2 to 1. Click right there. Oh, it actually came out pretty decent. Okay, let's say though I wanted something different for this. Let me show you. I can go back to the part, which is right over here, and I can change the views. So let's say I click on back, okay? And I want this to be the front. I can right click on it, set current view as front, right there, and you see it popped up front. Or if I'm dissatisfied with that and I want that as the front, I can do that. If I want this as the front, I can set current view as front. So I get to determine what front view I have in my drawing by this little cube right here. So for me, let's see, I am going to reset front right there. So you can see that this says that it's the front, that is the front, and you might be saying, are you fronting? No, I'm not. Projected right there, and then isometric, create. Now this hides a lot of the stuff that I wanted to see. So I am going to have to reset this. So let me go back to the shape, and that's what I was talking about. So if I want this as the front, right click, set current view as front. Let's try this. File, new, drawing, base, 2 to 1. There we go. That's a lot better. That shows a lot more of the detail that I wanted. So projected and create. That gives me much, much more than what I was looking for. And we can go ahead and auto dimension this. So get model annotations, or retrieve model annotations. Click on OK. Now these are obviously too small and it's a little bit disorganized. So I'm going to let you organize these on your own. But in order to make them larger, you've got Manage Styles Editor. Note text, change the text height to 0.24. Click on OK. And then you're going to want to do some really nice organization here so everything looks a little bit better. Now this is not perfectly annotated. This is not exactly the way that things would be done professionally. But right now I just kind of want you to get used to sort of doing everything, getting all the measurements accounted for. Okay, so we went through, we produced this object, we've got, showed you how to do different views. You can lay out the views however you want with the most detail. So go ahead, stop this video, rewind, and replay as many times as you need in order to get the concept.